Welcome everyone to another episode of Never Split the Party. I'm at least 50% sure this is episode 14.
It is.
Yes.
Hey! And it is also going to be our first episode featuring starship combat, which is what we're going to jump into in a couple of minutes. Up until then, we're going to go through some announcements. Then we'll do a quick recap for folks who don't watch us and hate us. And then stick around for after the show, and we do our after party starting around 10:30.
Suggestion.
Yeah.
When we introduce ourselves, give your normal crew thing.
Roll.
Your ship
roll.
Yes. That
No,
one.
your
I
crew
am
thing, guys.
speak
That's a
good.
technical term.
I
Fully
speak
ignore
good.
what Justin just said, but including your ship roll sounds like a good idea so people can know what you're doing on the ship for this episode.
I can do that.
For announcements, I have one. That's okay. One for the party stuff. We are actually, per Justin's suggestion and my unilateral agreeing with it, we are going to be moving to a party-based experience system. I will be awarding experience for things that you do, including the standard, post-combat, things you kill, etc. But also, this gives me the freedom to give you guys experience for slightly more fun things, which may possibly accelerate how fast you guys, level up in a crew experience. This is different from what we were doing prior, because we were only doing event level ups. When you guys hit a certain point in the story, I was going to level you up. But I like this a little bit better. It kind of goes with my Pathfinder style. It's just applied equally through the entire group. So if Pat somehow randomly does something awesome, it will benefit everyone.
Gross. Well, everything I do that's awesome is usually random and not planned.
And accidental grenade throws.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Any complaints from the party before I make that canon?
Nope. Just one question. When you give out experiments, say you gave it 100, would it be 100 to everybody, or would it be 20 to everybody?
It would be 100 to everybody. It's party experience.
Yeah.
Right.
So you do not have
Sure.
separate experience from anybody else.
So
Correct.
I don't have to track mine.
No.
Somebody needs to.
Yes.
Chris
Chris.
and or Justin, please.
The less we could take away from you tracking, the better.
That is true.
In fact, Pat, you don't have to roll dice anymore. Someone else will do that.
We're just going to take the average. I always take 10.
So I take it we are at the experience point of level 2.
Correct. You guys are going to be starting at the level 2 cap. I don't know if that is off the top of my head, but that is not a problem for me right now. I also don't think I have the experience for this upcoming encounter, so I'll have to figure out what that's actually going to be. But that's fine. I won't necessarily always award these during the show. It might be something we do off screen. But I did ask Justin to, at one point, add a tracker for party experience to the actual overlay, so people will be able to see that and follow along.
I may or may not have done that yet. I may or may not be doing that as we speak, which is just enabling a layer on this picture, so it's not a big
That's
deal.
fine. That works for me. We have started, I guess for segueing to another announcement, we've started, and by we I mean I, have started editing our episodes for audio. So we will pretty shortly have episode 1 published as an audio podcast that you can download, on your mobile device and listen to us on the go. This is another good way to get caught up with our past stories. Also, it's probably the nicest way because I'll be editing all the fluff and crap that we don't need. And if I notice an obvious retcon I screw up, I can just cut it out of the podcast and no one will know. Like that time I said someone else's hangout was in the wrong dome and I fixed it. It's fine. No one will ever know in the podcast. Yeah. I have to stop saying and, but other than that, it'll be fine.
Dustin, they just moved locations, You can't stay in
And-
one spot for too long.
It was within 2 paragraphs of conversation I actively changed where they were from Factory Dome, which you guys haven't been to Industrial 2.
That's what we like to call pre-planning.
And now you get to edit that out. Now let's get started.
Yeah, all right. Does anyone else have any announcements?
Yeah, so we're going to be starting up a game next week on Thursdays.
Small issue with that. Sorry.
Oh.
Next Thursday is Star Wars. I already have tickets. I'm not going to be starting up a game.
What?
Second, I also might have to adjust the day because Britt pointed out that her schedule doesn't really fly with Thursdays, despite us talking about it previously and me getting the go-ahead. So maybe I'll chat with you guys about Wednesday. However, eventually, we will be bringing you a game. We're hoping to stream Divinity 2. A number of us had already purchased the game, so at least somebody will be playing it at some point. But
Hey,
not
Chris,
next Thursday, because that's Star Wars Day.
how much experience do we actually have? What is the actual
Right now
number?
we have 1,300. Next level is 3,300.
Cool, thanks.
And I guess one last thing, which we kind of introduced in chat, but if you do exclamation point and then the character name, you will get our character sheets.
I did abbreviate Rye because
Yeah.
his name is silly, so it is just exclamation point RY. And as a
Why
reminder,
did you do that?
exclamation point the number 0 is how you get 0 stat sheet because that's his name. If you're not sure about what I just said and you want to check it out, exclamation point sheets shows you the actual commands. We also have one for the ship, the Indecision, which was named last episode. Sort of. I guess technically the episode before. Whatever, I don't care. Moving forward, I'm going to go ahead and get started with the recap unless you guys want to stop me and interrupt me anymore. Perfect. Last time on Never Split the Party, we did stuff.
Great recap.
We
Yeah,
did do
let's get going.
first last time. I can
nailed it.
confirm that.
So, big picture from last episode, the party had some strenuous relations with Dranar Half-Orc, which may or may not have truncated their flourishing relationship. Cut that out. We're on one
Gross.
track. You can't be doing that when I'm talking because I can't edit that out with one track right now.
You got to redo everything you just said, Dustin.
Ah, damn it. Now that we're editing for audio, I'm hearing all these awful things, and I hate every one of the party members a little bit more every time they do something weird because we're currently all on one audio track. I know it's a bad idea. Whatever. We'll be dealing with it. But in terms of that relationship I was talking about, apparently the crime lord didn't appreciate his father, who was presumed dead, being released from a cryo prison and just set free inside a Central Security Tower. He took, umbrage to that. So,
Like from Harry Potter?
No, it's umbrage. Come on, man.
He also he banned us from Industrial 2.
He banned you guys from Industrial 2 in terms of your ship. I mean, you guys could probably utilize the dome as individuals, as he does not actually govern the dome in any way, but the docks are his territory. So you guys will have to find another place to dock when you come back to Pyramid Station Alpha, especially since you guys cost poor Patrick his job on the docks and then sent him on permanent vacation, which is going to be awkward.
No, we promoted him.
We promoted him to a much more safe upstart.
Right.
Is it really going to be safe for him, though, if Dranar finds out?
Dranar
Why?
is on the industrial whatever dome where he's safe from authorities, and the next floor up is where we sent Patrick, who is safe from Dranar because he's not going up there.
Yeah,
he's
but
the king. He's the king of the ghetto.
I've got like 3
Okay.
things of you don't actually know that. That's not exactly true, and we'll see how that turns out.
Yeah,
That
you
is
should
my
have sent him to
operating
Archie's.
theory.
You probably should have sent him to
I
Archie's.
did send him to
Oh,
Archie.
did
You
you?
actually
Oh, okay.
didn't. You sent him to the upper dome to look
No,
Yes.
he did
I
say
sent him
Archie's.
to
in the
Archie's
upper
on
dome.
you are not retconning this. I sent him to Archie's on the second
You
floor.
did also say upper
On the
dome,
second
though.
floor. Well, second floor, second dome. He can't get
You
to it. He's
did
got
you
the
did
hall
say
pass.
both
Yes,
of those
he can
things.
because he is under Raish Orin LLC.
See, no, you didn't say that.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
Yep.
actually,
No,
you
you
did say
didn't.
that. I remember
Pat
that.
has said all of these
Hey,
things.
Dustin.
He did not tell.
They might not all be
Patrick,
accurate, but he said all of them.
It's gonna be great because Patrick's namesake on the station is gonna have a really, really interesting encounter the next time you guys meet him. That's all.
I'm just gonna start tanking.
Yeah, great show for tonight, you guys.
Boop, boop. I'm just gonna any time where it's like, no, I said this, and you're like, well, you didn't say it quite the way I wanted. Okay, buddy boy.
Well,
Time
see,
to ruin DM plans.
I have the other episodes I've listened to at least a little bit. I don't think you have, friend.
Hey, guess what, guys? See that ominous spaceship we're supposed to fight? Who wants to go to the Bahamas instead?
Let's get back on task, please. AKA shut the front door, Patrick.
All right.
Almost swore. I almost actually let that one slip. My bad. So when you guys left Pyramid Station Alpha in your lovely new painted ship with the indecision poorly painted on the side, you guys are heading towards the planet Revel because you're doing a job for the magistrate, Rise, old buddy, old pal. And you guys were encountered and stopped by two aggressive, hostile-looking ships. The only thing you heard so far coming over the comms was "Yeehaw, we got him." I think. I actually don't remember what I said. Anything you guys want to add other than that?
Yeah, sure. So when Seeker, we didn't do
Character introductions.
Oh yeah, introduce yourselves, guys. My bad, I skipped it. It's fine.
Yeah. Are we doing introductions now?
Yeah,
Yes,
do the
enjoy.
normal
Patrick,
order.
you're first.
Okay. Great. My name is Patrick, not to be confused with the poor Southerner who has been sent off against my will and instruction to some worse fate. I play Rai or Reich. He is a Lashunta envoy, which means he's very charismatic and charming and handsome. And my ship role is Barrel.
Accepted.
Also Captain.
All right. I am Michael, and I am playing Zero, who is a android operative, and I'm acting as the pilot for our ship.
I'm Chris, and I play Milla Dotwood, Abigail Priest. Best deck and mechanic there is. Misoki.
I'm Nick. I play Brawl, who is a Yosoki soldier, and he is the gunner of the ship. And I don't have a clever tagline this time. Please go on to the next person.
Boost your audio. You are super quiet.
I am. How about now?
Still super quiet.
La 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 la.
Getting better.
It's getting cut.
How about now?
Whoa, too
Yeah,
loud.
that's good, Nick. Thank you.
Okay.
Justin, you're up.
All right. My name's Justin. I play Seeker, the android technomancer and artist. I am the science officer on the ship.
And my name is Dustin. I also go by the Arbitrary Nerd, and I'm all the bad guys.
All right.
All of them. Huh?
So
Wow.
when we do encounter these ships, Seeker's just going to say, "Oh, hey, everybody! I found some there's some blips on the radar. Maybe we've made some friends." And then they come across saying, "Yeehaw, Bo, we're gonna get them." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's exactly what they said. I know." Yep.
Dustin, you are fired from playing all the villains. Justin,
But
you
you know
are
what? I
hired.
quit. That's fine. Justin, it's yours.
All right, and so the bad guys now they turn around and fly away, and the party is left to go to the Bahamas.
Oh, good. You guys are never making it to the Bahamas. I'm never giving you a tropical planet just because of this episode. We're renaming the episode "Why the Party Never Goes to the Bahamas." It's a long title, but it has meaning.
Or just nice places.
Anyways, after the hail, he kind of looks a little bit less happy about it. Maybe they're not friendly, but hey, we get to shoot them.
All right, so I'm assuming that I'm in. I don't have a map of the ship right now, but I'm assuming I'm in the same room as our pilot. Is
Sure, yeah,
everyone
you
in
can
there?
be
You
on
guys are
the
at the helm.
top floor of your ship. You've got the helm, which is where you would find Zero, and right behind you, through a doorway, is where you'd find your science officer's station, which is where Seeker is.
Okay, good. So he's within range. We got.
You guys also have comms to talk to the whole ship. Ship combat isn't quite as... It doesn't have to be quite as fast-paced as regular combat. So if you guys need to take a couple seconds to chat, that's okay for the most part. I do want you guys to please try and shoot for expediency, just for the streaming purposes.
Shoot fast. Got it. Okay, so I'm. You can answer this. Is everyone in their appropriate stations? Yes, I think you're right.
You guys had actively said you were last episode, and I told
I
you...
did not.
I'm so sorry. Brawl is not. We'll have to cover that. But I did say you guys don't actually have to always be at your stations, but
Right.
you guys had elected to be so. The only person who did not, Brawl, who has no idea what he's doing on the ship in character, is just wandering the hallways looking kind of I don't know, lonely.
Okay. So I I rather than go over the personal comms, I go over the intercom, so not out to them.
Sure.
We have a problem. Everyone get to your stations. Please.
Already there.
What is that?
What do you do exactly?
Oh, I'm the punch guy. I punch things.
Can you punch a trigger?
I don't. I maybe.
I interrupt him. Find a way to be useful. Then I turn towards the door that Seeker is through, and I just kind of shout, forgetting that I have this because I'm so befuddled by what's going on. I just shout out, which I can't do on account of people in the home sharing my space. But I shout out to Seeker, real quick, real fast. What can you tell us about these?
And I did tell you guys last time. I don't remember what you said the ships actually were.
I can tell you presently. They were Ringworks Wanderers. They're
Okay.
heavily customized. They look like fighter jets that were modified up and up until they became spaceships. So they look pretty aggressive. But they're small.
Let me put it in a way you'll understand. Bad guys, we shoot them, and they're not that tough. We got this.
So I go. So we have a system to communicate with the other ship. Yes.
Yeah, you can do like an exterior comms, like a targeted comms.
Open hailing frequencies.
Okay. So I just
Say hail, stranger.
no. So I click it. Papa Patrick's Pizza Palace.
Are you? Is Rye channeling Patrick from the docks?
Different Patrick.
Oh, different Patrick. Okay, all right. Just making
I
sure.
could say Papa Peter. Yeah, Papa Peter. Papa Peter's Pizza Palace. That one's better.
So on screen, because you guys are looking at the viewport, I'll say that we go for a little bit higher tech, because I don't actually know what the actual tech level is for kind of mundane things. But on screen, your viewport, it kind of highlights in a square window, and it zooms in on the two enemy ships and shows kind of their relative positions. And when one speaks, there's like a little comm bar beneath that shows that it's actually talking. And the one on the right of your screen is the one who originally hailed with "Yeehaw, we got him," and he responds, "I don't care who you are our contract, and we're pulling you in. You can go peacefully, not that I really care. I'm gonna shoot you a little bit anyways, or you could try and run, which makes it more fun for us." The other ship on the left of the screen begins speaking. "Hey, Charlie, we already shot him down once. Do we have to shoot him down again?"
I click. Boop. Yeah, I'm sorry, but this ship only carries pizza and about 20 credits worth of change. There's no real point in pulling us in. Humble pizza shop. Come again? You shot me down one time before. What?
Charlie's ship speaks up. Like I said, I don't care what's on the ship or what's in the ship. I'm just taking your ship." On the screen, for you in particular, Justin, you do see that their weapons are active and they are looking to get a read on you guys. So we are in Starship combat.
Okay.
You may still feel free to still hail them over the comms. That's totally fine. I just wanted to be very clear what their intentions are, and they're definitely going for combat.
Okay. So I just lean over to Mike. Whatever you do, don't get us killed.
Mike.
Oh, I'm sorry. I lean over to Zero. Whatever you do, don't get a skill.
I can do that.
All right, the first
And I-
phase of combat is engineering, which we don't have to do because there are no needs to repair them. I'll let you guys give them a boost,
me.
right? Is that the other action engineering you
Excuse
do?
me, I could do a lot.
Okay, let's see what you're gonna do. So first phase is engineering, and that
Yep.
is our buddy Miller.
Yep. So Mill is kind of tank around in his room / the engineering room because they are one and the same, and he is going to divert some extra ship power to the weapons. So just a quick engineering check. It's 10 plus 2 times starship tier. Our starship tier is 3, correct?
2.
It's 2.
2.
Yep.
2. Okay. So I just have to beat a DC 14. 28, yeah. So on this round, if we were to fire off our weapons, any one that is rolled for damage is actually a 2.
It's not bad.
All right.
Do we have? I would suggest everybody get the starship sheet up so you can actually tell what we're looking at here, because everybody should be looking at it. Ooh, we don't have a name on there. Also,
And diverting doesn't do any negatives, right?
Correct.
What is our range right now, anyways? Coil gun is our long range weapon.
Yeah.
They're within that, right?
It is.
Asking for a friend, of course.
I'm looking that up. Coil gun. Coil gun.
I
Excuse
feel
me.
like we're pretty far.
Coil gun is a long range. It doesn't tell us how long is long range.
It's above. It's
Oh, there it is.
up
Okay.
further.
Long range is 20 hexes.
20 hexes.
So yeah, I guess we're
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, they're very well within 20.
Yeah.
All right.
Flat gun
With
is short.
after engineering, which we are both done, both teams have done engineering. My checks will be secret because you guys don't really need to know them, and you guys would hardly have no way of tracking them at this point. Is the helm phase, and each pilot attempts a piloting check, which is just a D20 plus your piloting skill.
Pat,
You.
just to remind you, you can hop in at any phase and do your thing. If you were to encourage or demand or whatever, you have to do your check first, and then the person who's going to do their check.
Yeah, my plan was to wait for the phase where they make attacks because I can taunt them.
Cool.
That was the
Mhm.
that was the goal.
Just letting you know.
Zero, I've got too many pages open. What was your roll?
13.
13?
Yep.
All right, you'll be going first with the lowest initiative roll.
All right. So movement in spaceships is a little weird. So every time I move 2, I can then turn 1.
Yep.
So that's 2, and that'll turn. Actually, and that's 6 hexes. So that's it for our move.
Okay, so you're staying angled to. Let me give you some visuals onto what the combat screen looks like. On the lefternmost side of you guys' combat. So if you guys are to basically turn around and hightail it, you could theoretically make it back to Pyramid Station Alpha. Otherwise, in any other direction, despite Roll20 being too small to accurately track it, space goes on forever. You aren't close enough to any other inhabited system. It's going to take you guys like 4 to 5 days to get to Planet Revel. It will take you a couple hours to get back to Pyramid Station Alpha. So if you guys go off of the mat, you guys aren't actually getting off of the mat. I'm just going to move you up to the other side of the mat, and I'll make sure that they have to follow you in that same direction. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, we're basically doing like
Yeah.
old school Pac-Man setup here, only because I don't have a better way to represent infinity or like a giant field. So basically, what I'm saying is, if you guys are trying to flee, get to the far end behind them and tell me that's what you're doing, and we'll do like a different series of checks for that. But as long as you guys are engaged in combat, it's anywhere in between the left and right sides of the map.
All right.
Good.
Yep.
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of
Perfect.
hard to, I guess, explain the visuals of this too.
Yeah, and also, yeah, I guess when you do your piloting check, Michael, please let our audience, the audio folks, know what you're doing. Like, describe your action and kind of where you're going.
All right. So as we started moving, I started veering off to the right side of the ship so that both of them are on one side of us, so that we can potentially move to the, assuming one of their sides doesn't have weapons, eventually move out of their firing range, or arc, I believe they're called in
Yep,
Starfinder.
arc. What he is doing, he's also avoiding a flank. Both of the ships were more or less dead on. One a little bit more because we're using a mat on Roll20. One a little bit more north, one a little bit more south. And what we're doing now is the party is basically diving their ship south, trying to avoid being flanked.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and that was your move. My folks here, they're
I should
engine.
have evaded.
You still can. It's fine.
All right, so I have to make a pilot check 14, and it increases our AC by 2, and I was able to do a full move as normal if I pass.
Okay.
So, and the piloting check is 18. So we have +2 AC and TL
Perfect.
for the next round, or till the next round.
The opposing fighters, you guys are in a medium-sized ship, I believe. These guys are like small fighter-looking guys, probably max crew of more than 2 or 3. They begin, their engines burn a little bit brighter than you might expect, as they got a little bit of a boost to their movement. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and they're just hauling to get at you guys, moving very quickly. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This one can just kind of. So the enemy ships come in at you. They're not necessarily going for an aggressive flank. They're not trying to cut you off, but they are trying to get in range for the shooting parts as fast as possible. And that brings us to the next phase of combat, which is the gunnery phase. And we fire the starship weapons in the same order that we took actions. So your guys will shoot first.
Okay, before
I don't get to target.
Everything shoots at once.
I'm during the helm phase.
Yeah, it's still the help.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
so I get
I'm
to
reading
do stuff.
helm as if that's a thing. I'm so sorry.
Nope.
Let's give Justin, the science officer, an opportunity to do something. Yep.
So I'm going to let's see. So target a specific system on the enemy ship. I can target like their weapons, right?
Yep.
Cool. I'm going to target the weapons. On
Their systems that you could target are their computer, their sensors, their armor, I believe, and it looks like their weapons should be fine too.
Sure. I'm gonna target the weapons on the. They're both kind of the same distance away from us. Which one do we want to fire at, guys?
I can answer that one. Which one's the dumb one?
Which one's the leader? There you go.
I would say you probably haven't figured that out. However, you've had one identified as Charlie, and that is
the one.
Kill Charlie.
Charlie's the southernmost ship on the map.
Okay. Yeah, I'll target Charlie's weapons. So I do a computers check. It's plus 9 plus 2, so 11. 27.
Ooh.
All right, and what does that do?
So what that does, there's a the DC is 15 plus the tier of the enemy ship plus its bonus from defensive countermeasures.
Tier 1 and no defensive countermeasures.
Okay. If we succeed, I get to choose one system, and the next attack made by your starship that hits the enemy ship scores a critical hit on a natural roll of 19 or 20. If that attack deals critical damage, it affects the chosen system. For any further critical damage resulting from the attack, determine which system is affected randomly as normal. Yep.
All right, and I think I have their CT is their critical threshold is what we're looking at there. I have that. All right, perfect. And just so you guys know, critical thresholds, I don't know how much you guys are into that in particular, that is aggregate. It's not, you have to do burst damage. You do not have to do, say if your critical threshold is 10, you do 10 over time. That's when the first critical effect happens. It's not when I do 10 damage. in a single blow, I should say. Make sense?
Yep.
Okay. I apologize, viewers. We are definitely still getting the hang of Starship combat. It's the most alien thing in Starfinder
Except for the
versus
aliens.
any of the other systems really that I've played.
Cool.
All right. So now that you guys have done that, you'll notice that the other ships do nothing during. There's no enemy scans or anything like that on you guys, Justin. You notice. I'm sorry, Seeker. You noticed that right away.
Mm-hmm.
Now moving on to the gunnery phase, we have Brawl, and also I believe Rye was going to jump in here.
Yeah, before Brawl does anything, I communicate to Brawl, "Hey kid, time to shine," and then I boop the I beep the boops, and Chris, give me the name of a very large building, like a well-known establishment.
On the turn.
On the turn.
Yes, it's a casino owned by Sal's brother. It's actually spelled Tirn, like Sal's last name. Let's go turn.
Awful.
So I just
It's a Yusoki.
I hit the communicator and I'm like, "Charlie, you should just go home. You couldn't hit the broadside of on the turn if you were invited." And then I make a bluff or intimidate check. I get to choose based off of. It doesn't say like if it's an intimidate check. I guess I get to pick.
Sure.
And I will pick bluff because that's a good roll for me. And beat the boops. I got a 27. So what happens is the DC is 15 plus 2
times the enemy starship's tier.
Yeah.
So
For the record, so you guys have it. The enemy starship tier is 1. 1/4, but it rounds up to 1.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Then I most assuredly beat that. So if
Yes.
successful, each enemy character acting during the selected phase, so that would be both of them, during the gunnery phase, take -2 penalty checks on for 1d4 rounds.
I believe that's every character on that specific ship because there are multiple.
Yeah, because you do only select one enemy vessel.
So Charlie and all the people like supporting him on his ship now have this negative.
Okay.
For 1d4 rounds. Go ahead and roll that.
So I got 2 rounds.
Oh.
The penalty increases to -4 if the enemy's check is made as part of a push action. So that was the question I had. Mine says taunt any phase, push.
Mm-hmm.
Pretend that I didn't read and explain push to the audience.
Yeah. Push just means it's just an action that kind of denotes that it's harder to do.
Okay, how would I know
so
whether that
push
was
Doesn't actually mean anything. It just means for you, it's just harder to accomplish.
No, push actually means that you can go further with it and make it even have more of an effect.
How would I turn this into a push?
I don't think we can do that yet. We can't do that yet.
It's not even that. So, push actions indicated in an actions heading are difficult to perform, but can perform greater results. You can't perform a push action if the necessary system is malfunctioning or wrecked. It just means it's a harder thing to accomplish, and if one of our systems is wrecked, you can't use that action.
Also,
Okay,
like
so
your ability
do I
to just hurt
accomplish
somebody
this then?
pushing.
Because it doesn't say anything else as far as how I push.
Yeah. Nope. It's just you can do it because
It's an attribute, Patrick. That's all.
Okay, so it's -4 then?
If they do a push action.
No, if I try to do something that is pushing, an action that is strenuous, I'm now under even more of a taunt because you just.
Oh, I understand. I'm sorry. Okay,
So
so
it's an attribute to these things, and now you're triggering anything that has that attribute. That is all.
all right. So does that count as a push for me?
Yes. If
Oh,
we had done
because-
something negative to you the same way, you would have a 4 modifier, -4
Understood.
modifier.
I got you now.
Yep, that's fine. It's all very learning. Anything we teach, we'll teach this as a learning episode for our viewers as well, which is totally fine. I'm not worried about that.
That's why
If
I
we do
never
not like
read
Starship
anything.
Combat, we will avoid Starship Combat in the future for the most part. I'm okay making this an optional component. I like it, but we obviously are going to take some time getting used to it, and we won't do it enough to be fluent every time. But that's okay. So these guys, Charlie and his crew, anyways, have a negative. It's -2 is the base, right?
Yeah.
Okay, -2 to any checks on those. Okay, perfect.
During gunnery.
Yep, during gunnery, and that actually brings it back to brawl.
Okay, so I have most of this figured out, I think.
Which gun are you operating? Which terminal did you go to?
So I went to the.
Yes,
I can turn myself down.
just a little bit, please.
Ooh, better.
Yeah, you're good. I didn't notice a problem, but you're good.
Okay. So I went to the port.
Well, I mean, you have two different guns. You have a turret that affects every arc.
This terminal control.
Then-
Yeah, it's all terminal controlled. He can control all of them at one spot. Actually, one of the gunner actions is fire at will, which means he shoots all of, any two weapons, but gets a penalty.
Okay.
Or he can just shoot one of them and not take a penalty.
Yeah, I guess more what I'm saying is what gun is he operating, but I guess if
The
he
only
can
one
fire,
that is in range is our turret one. It's our long.
Okay.
And then, so let me know if I'm reading this out right. The roll for it is it's 1d20 plus the base attack bonus or the ranks in piloting. That ranks or my modifier towards piloting?
Ranks only.
Ranks only.
Ranks only. Okay, so then for that I'm going to use my base attack bonus. Dex modifier, which is done. Where do I find on this sheet for bonuses for like computer systems or whatnot?
there should be in the gunner area like a plus something if it exists. It may be that you guys don't have any bonuses from computer systems to gunnery. It's entirely possible. Justin was very selfish.
We do. Oh, you know what? We do also get, because of our computer.
The tri-node computer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we have
get
the tri-node
plus one
computer.
bonus.
So to 3 of our checks, we can get a +1 bonus. They have to be separate
So
check.
yeah,
Separate
go ahead and take one of those, Nick.
Yeah.
Okay.
but that's
So
like a
then,
floating bonus. That's not
Yes.
a permanent gun bonus. Okay.
Yep.
all right. Okay, so that's one there, and then bonuses from captain and science officers. Do we
None.
have any?
None.
And then how does the range work? I don't see range for the turret here.
The turret is 20 hexes. It's a long range.
Oh, okay. That I
Yeah.
don't got to worry about that.
The
So
other
no
one,
penalty.
the black throw is 5 range. It's a range of 5, which we can use, but it would take a negative.
That is fine. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and just do a regular fire here, shoot, if you will. Let's see what it has in store for us today. Hopefully, some good numbers up there. Oh, wait, what the hell? Oh, because what's an S20? I've never heard of that die before.
It's going great.
Man, I was like, of course I would roll a 1 and still get a 1, even with modifiers. That makes sense. A 12 isn't much better, but I'll take it. And then that goes up against the AC of the other ship, which is 10 plus the pilot's ranks in piloting, the ship's armor bonus, plus modifier based on ship size, bonuses and penalties from successful or failed stunts or actions. So I don't know if that's going to be enough.
So what was your roll?
12.
12? Yeah, that's
Yes.
not going to be enough. They're able to
I don't
nimbly
think
kind of
so.
like just twist out of your way. You didn't even really come close to them.
I thought as much.
Um,
Turns out they move pretty fast.
I'm looking for the range. Oh, short. How many hexes is short?
5. But you can shoot greater than that. You take a
minus 2
penalty.
for every increment. I got that. I wasn't sure what the actual short was.
Yep.
Thank you. And we are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're both going to be 1 range increment away from you. So they're both taking a -2 and another -2 from Rise, demeaning, or at least,
Aren't we 7 away?
yeah. So you're only 1 increment further, though.
Yeah, an increment would be
Another 5.
For short is 5. So if there was 11 away, then they'd be 2 range increments.
Yep. So getting a negative, Charlie's getting a -4. I've got Charlie as my blue dice, and I've got other as my black dice. And bam. Okay, so that is what is their bonus there? Where is their bonus? Because that's not, they don't use their, it's ranks in piloting or their.
Or their basic attack bonus, whichever's higher.
Yeah, this doesn't list their base attack bonus. My ships do work a little bit differently with how they're statted. I'm not super worried about it. I'll just say that it is what it is. They might just be taking flat rolls for now. Oh, there we go. I think that's that modifiers thing there. So that's going to be minus. What is your ship's AC?
15.
Right. Charlie does manage to land a shot on you. However, the other ship does not. And over the comms, you hear Zero. You see this. Charlie's ship window pops open over the open channel and says, "Water Draco S1 to Water Draco S2. Check your shots." As his shots and his forward laser cannons go under your ship and miss entirely. Now for damage, you guys do take 2d4. That's it, 2d4. Okay. You guys actually take 6 points of damage from that shot from their laser cannon. On well, actually, what is he shooting at? He's shooting at. I guess that would be your left side shields. Someone help me out there.
The port.
Thank you. The port shields. Your port shields take 6 points of laser damage. Does that get through your shields?
No, we have 15 on that.
Yeah.
Okay, just make sure you're tracking the shields separately because they are obviously different for each side.
Yep.
If you are, of course, lucky enough to have shields. I'm looking and I'm like, I don't see anything that says shields here. This is going to be awkward. Oh, no, they do have shields. I'm so sorry. I just didn't see it. Okay. Thank goodness. Okay. All right. And then that's it for the gunnery phase. So we're back to engineering, I believe.
Yep. All right. So at this point here, I am going to use what is it? The no. I'm actually going to use divert again. I need a 14, so really not that hard. 31. Ooh. Oh yeah. I'm going to actually boost up my shields. If you send it to the shields, you restore amount of shield points equal to 5% of the PCU rating of the starship's core. What is ours? 130. Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah. So 5% is 6.5, right?
So we're back up to 15.
It's math. That's what it is.
Yep. So we're good. Yeah, our shields are back up there. I got this, guys. Nice. Miller says as he's diverting power, pulling levers, and boom, bingo, bango. We're back up to good.
Seeker comes over the comms. Oh man, I wanted to balance the shields.
On the enemy ships, you notice that their engines die down from their heavy burn as they also try to divert power. That actually does not work for our friend Charlie, but you do notice. I'm probably giving you guys too much information because I probably should keep this secret, but I don't mind. The other ship, which has been identified as the Water Draco S2, has its guns are starting to heat up a little bit more. They're overheating as they charge up for the next shot. And we move into the helm phase, which requires another piloting check. 0.
17.
You're going to go second. I've got a nat 20, and then I've got, I don't know what a 5 is on the die, but it's going to be, they'll go first. So S2, the shuttle 2 is going to go first. That is the northernmost ship that we're looking at. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's got perfect maneuverability. So what this one does is it just speeds around you guys, and is trying to sneak in to get in behind you. And now it is your move 0.
All right. So I'm going to move 1, 2, and then I'm going to turn. So hopefully to evade the one trying to come up from behind us.
Isn't there a
3, 4, 5,
like
6, and I'm also going to evade.
Okay. Do you need to evade first?
Yeah. That's actually.
I still do the full move. That's the only reason I did it this way. when I evade, even if I fail, I still do the full move.
Okay. So roll that evade. And Patrick, what were you saying?
I was asking Mike if I saw that there were advanced maneuvers where you could do like barrel rolls and backflips and weird stuff. I just didn't know if that would allow him to, if that's just like changing direction or.
They allow one of them is I can actually move without turning and stuff like that.
Okay. All right. So
Which the thing evade is actually one of those maneuvers, and it gives us an additional 2 AC when I do it.
Basically, he's flying defensively, kind of like, not going in a straight line at that point.
understood.
But yeah, he does have a couple of different things on there, which maybe you guys should chat at some point in case you ever want to give opinions. Otherwise, Zero, as Zero would, is just going to take the helm and do what he's got to do.
No, I'm gonna let him. There's a reason he's flying, and I'm not.
The other ship, let's see, Charlie. You know what? He is going to go ahead and get. Let's see. How does he want to do this? I can have them both working on your aft shields. That might not be that bad. But he doesn't want you to escape. So he's actually going to fly his ship right up towards you. Now, for viewers and also for eventual audio audience, the way combat works in space is these hexes don't have a defined shape or size, as the ships that fill them can vary wildly. Even the biggest ship in Starfinder should occupy only one hex. So the spaces here, while I put them nose to nose, that's actually a significant amount of space. The only issue is if they try to move through me, I get a bonus attack, basically. Kind of like an attack of opportunity, but it's only if they try to move through my space.
My space.
They are, you know what? I think Charlie's also going to try for an evade. He does not manage it. So there's no negative if that evade doesn't work out, Michael?
Yes, there is.
Ooh, what's the negative?
If you miss it by 5 or more, you actually take a -2 to AC and TL.
He missed a lot. As you see him trying to like mimic you're like elegant, like swerving. His ship kind of does like this weird tailspin, like one of the rudders jams, and like he's like skidding into space, like in front of you, basically just drifting in front of your forward cannons.
Nice.
That's exciting. And then science officer, what are you doing?
I'm gonna try to get a little bit more information about these ships.
Sure, yeah.
So the one in front of us, I'm going to do a just check on. I did already get the first tier, maybe the second tier. Did you give us like their AC and stuff last time?
Tell me what you should know, and I'll remind you.
So every time when you do a scan, you get first basic information, defenses, weapons, or a weapon per success, load, and then other. So I believe we did get the basic information. I don't remember if we got defenses or not.
Yeah, list it off. List off what you need, and I'll tell you. Just list what you need. I'll get one off, and I'll tell you.
Well, I'm asking you, did we get their defenses last time? I cannot.
I don't remember.
Okay, so then in that case,
I'm pretty sure he said they have no. What was it? No countermeasures or something.
That was for the science officer check. They weren't doing any countermeasures for that.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna do a scan.
Okay.
So for every 5 by which I exceed the DC, I'll get more information.
Find a weakness.
So 13. I got 21, and oh yeah, I used one of our +1s on that, by the way.
So 22.
What? No, it's No, I already put it in there.
I'm sorry. Added. Okay, so 21 is the total.
Yep.
Their tier is just 1, so the DC is whatever it should be there. So I think you beat it by. Is that 2 points?
10 plus 1 plus his defensive countermeasures, which they don't have, you said.
Correct.
So, yeah, it'd just be 11. So I'd be beating it by, 2?
Yeah, 2.
Yep.
So what does the first point give you? And list each item individually, and I'll tell you.
Defenses, which is AC.
AC is 14.
TL.
13.
Total and current hull points.
35.
Total and current shield points in each quadrant.
Each quadrant, forward is 3, port and starboard is 2, aft is 3.
And core PCU value.
50? Is that the value you're looking for?
I mean, that's, yeah. And then
it's like 1/3. Then yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
information on 2 of their weapons, I believe, if I'm doing this right. So
They've
it's
only got
one
one.
for success, and then for every 5 we get plus 1 more thing. Is that
That's all right. The only
Okay.
weapon these ships are carrying, or at least Charlie's, but you can make they look
Yep.
the same. It's a light laser cannon which shoots out of its forward arc.
Okay, if that's the only weapon that they have, then I also get any load information, like what are they carrying, how the ship's expansion bays are allocated, and if any cargo they might be carrying.
They've
That's a hell
got
of a lot of information. Did you
yes.
roll a 100?
he's got 2 cargo holds and passenger seating. And I guess we'll say that that on Charlie ship specifically, there are 2 crew people. 2 crew people on there.
Okay. What was the weapon again? I kind of wasn't listening.
Light gun.
It's a light laser cannon.
Light laser cannon. Okay. All right, and that's me.
All right, they make no science check back on you. You're pretty clear with the 2 crew they have on there. Apparently, they don't have anyone manning the science areas.
Okay.
How is your ship actually facing the one that's, the one?
Yeah,
that's
it's
not-
important.
They're both facing exactly how they should be.
Then he can't shoot us.
Yep. No. They're on the forward.
No, the other one isn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other one you guys got away from.
Okay.
Nope,
So-
totally fine.
Because it's not actually lined up with the real hex the way I think it should be. That's why I figured I'd ask.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Where were you guys in relation to it? I think you guys were to the side, weren't you?
Yeah, we were like, I think right here.
All right, so actually, I guess you guys are in its forward arc then.
I think we were right there originally.
Yeah, that's fair. It was aiming at your rear end. You're right. I actually forgot to rotate it for the full hex. So I guess you guys are still in its arc, although it is a
Way to go, Mike.
It's far away. We are all set with the helm phase, so we're going to move into the gunnery phase. So
All right.
that one that is farther away, it's getting. Rye, are you doing anything?
Yep. I slam my hand on the intercom and I say, the engineer's doing his job. The pilot's doing his job. I'm pretty sure even Notsab is at least giving Seeker a massage or something.
Me?
Brawl, if we lose this and we get imprisoned, Notsab is shaving you. Swear to Abaddon.
What can I say? I'm
Yeah.
figuring it out.
So that's my attempt to demand that he I forget he's got 2 different shoot things. One is all right. So there's shoot and fire at will. You can fire one of your weapons. We only have one weapon,
You
right?
have 2.
We have 2.
Charlie's in range for both. However, you can only target him in the arc with 1 weapon, so it won't work
They're
against him.
turrets.
Yeah, the turrets. They're both
Yeah,
turrets.
so it
Oh,
doesn't
they're
matter.
both turrets.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you guys were still going with a front gun. Okay, all right.
Nope.
Never, I take that back. Turrets don't care.
Okay, so fire at will, he gets 2 shots at -4 each, and shoot, he gets 1 shot at base rate.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to demand that he fire at will. I make an intimidation check.
So you get
I get a natural
DC
20.
Oh, nice. DC 19.
So 28. So does he have to check against?
Nope.
No,
That's
a
the
brawl.
possible.
For your next action, you are firing at will.
Yep. Okay.
Well, we're not
And-
there yet, but that's what Ryan
yeah.
has absolutely
Yep,
instructed you to do.
I know. It's gonna be fantastic.
Okay.
Well, he
In addition to that, because of that, you get to disregard your -4 penalty.
Oh,
on
really?
both yes.
Yes.
So,
Oh,
I
okay.
get a plus
All right.
4 bonus to one specific check by succeeding a DC
Yep.
17 times.
Nope. DC 19.
Yeah. Okay. And you must use this action before the associated check is rolled, which it is. You grant this bonus to an individual only once per combat. Demand might result in a negative consequence if used on NPCs, and you can't make demands of myself.
Question. That says to one of his checks, so that would only be a -4 to like the first shot.
Nope.
Nope.
It's the action is fire at
The
will.
action is fire at will.
Okay, awesome. So that's
The action,
Greedy
not
bastard.
a check.
Oh, I thought it was specifically to the check. No. I don't care. So that works out fine. I will say for the first shot out of this combat, you've got the ship coming in your aft, and he fires his laser beam out of range. So it's kind of a wild shot. That is.
Is this targeting or non-targeting?
Non-targeting?
Okay, because
This
it
is
does
specifically
matter.
looking at your AC, not your TL. And that is going to be a 16 -2, but you guys are evading still, so your AC is 15, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, you managed to just barely kind of avoid that shot coming from the back. You do a little juke, and the shot goes wide. And then it's your response. Brawl, you are firing at will.
Fire at will. Here we go. Thank God we
Whose
got
will?
that. We got that -4 squared away, because otherwise this would have been like a -1 even after my bonuses. So let's find out what we got going on here.
You get take 1 for the computer too.
Yep. So this is without that modifier. So that's an 18 total for the first one, which is going to be, I'm going to call it beforehand, the flak thrower. And then the next one is for the other weapon. And that is, a 7.
Okay, so that's a mohawk.
The 7 does not work. However, the flat cannon does manage to spray across the front shields of Charlie's ship.
3d4.
Yep.
Hey, Chris, look up critical damage rolls for a second.
9 damage.
Woo!
All right, so first up,
And you did remember, Dustin, that they are taking -2 for this and the next round of gunnery.
Yep,
Nope.
their shots
last
were
and
affected
this.
constantly.
Gunnery.
Yes, thank you. But that is actually this would be the last round because the last round was 1.
Correct.
This is round 2.
Correct.
Okay. So I don't have to worry about that anymore. I guess Charlie still has to shoot. So yeah, good call. Thank you. For that, you said that was 9 damage.
Yes.
So that obliterates his forward shields, and that's gonna punch through another 4. Right? No, 6. Yes. So that's another 6 damage that goes straight through the cell. So you start seeing like little rips and tears in the metal, like smoke starts spewing out. However, you did not quite hit the critical threshold, so you don't have to worry about that. And Charlie takes his shot back at you, which is, I am very confident, going to be a miss. Yeah, he also, because of the way the flat cannon just hits him full on, he starts veering wildly, already juking poorly with his negative AC, and just fires his laser beams off into space, completely missing you guys and bringing us back to the engineering phase. Over the comm, you hear Charlie yelling curses. Spoop! Spoop! Quick! Get the shields back up! Miller, what's that check that DC he's got to beat?
Oh, what was it?
Diverting again. Oh, and actually, I wrote it down. Never mind. Okay, so you do actually see the shields flicker back into life.
Oh. Wait, how do you do that?
He diverted, yes?
Engineering phase?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I did call for the engineering phase.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear that. Yeah, we're not hurt at all, are we?
Not really. No.
No, not at all.
Okay.
They missed.
So Mills kind of like looked around. He's like, all right, more power to our lasers, I guess. 18, yeah, we do it. So if you roll, if you rolled another 1, it would have been a 2. Damn. Oh well, but that's all right. Yeah. So on damage rolls, if you ever roll a 1, it's gonna be a 2. Good. I'm done.
That works out fine. That is engineering. We get to the helm phase. So give me a pilot check 0.
30.
It is going to be the Water Draco S2, and then Charlie, and then you guys that moves, which I think you guys have already seen the benefit to that.
Yep.
What is? Let's see. How is he going to play this one? We'll go 1 turn, 2 turn.
It can't do that.
Why is that?
You just had to fly backwards. I don't think you can do it that way.
No, he's got perfect turning, so he can. Every space I move, I can turn a space on the hex. Oh, I see what you're saying. I've turned him the wrong way. Oh, gotcha. Hold up. So I'd have to actually go through. I can go here and do it. I see what you're saying. Sorry. Thank you. It's going to be where he winds up. And 1, 2, 3, turn, 4, 5, 6. So the enemy ships have both done their best to try and get in your wake. They're going to try and both pick off your aft shields, and they're coming in hot. And it's now your turn to move.
All right. So I'm going to try the stunt back off. It's a DC of 10, so 14. 17.
You get it.
And that allows me to move backwards. Up
Apparently,
to
you bastard. So they're racing up in, getting into your wake, and you just slam on the brakes, blasting behind them both.
Waiting for them to like crash into each other. That'd be awesome.
Doesn't quite work, but I'll try and figure it out. Again, space is massive. So is that all you need to do? Is the back off? Is that where you're going?
Yep, that's it. I can only move half the speed.
Awesome. Yeah. So you managed to throw the ship in complete reverse, catch them off guard. That leaves us back to the science officers.
All right, I'm gonna target Charlie's engines.
Also, for the record, Seeker, you actually can declare that you're doing science officery stuff prior to movement. You can do it directly before or directly after.
Yep. So yeah, I'm going to have us target Charlie's engines. So this is going to be another. Did anybody else use any +1s?
I didn't.
You didn't? Okay, so we're pretty good on that. All right, so let me just.
I like the floating +1. I appreciate that. That's a fun.
Yep.
You
Yep.
can use it,
Let's see.
3
So
times
it's
per round.
3 times in a round. Yep.
so it's 15 plus a tier of the damage. So 16 is the DC.
Yep.
It's just a computer's check. And then I get +2 for the sensors. So it's +12. 14. Oh,
Not
I did
quite
not
it.
get it.
Did you get that +1? Did you already utilize the +1 from the computer?
Yeah, that's including it.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you don't quite get the target. Also, we're going to need all new macros, which are going to be kind of a pain to build, but that's fine.
Mine's just piloting. I lucked out.
Mine's just
Yeah, mine's just computers, so.
Well, the problem is that the DC is a little bit mobile, and that's fine. And some of your bonuses are not static.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise it'll be fine. All right, so your targeting is ineffective, and we move into the gunnery phase. These guys would have the option to shoot first, but unless Charlie feels like shooting Water Draco S2, which maybe he does, they're actually not getting any shots this round. So Brawl, you have unfettered access to firing. Oh, and Rye, if you're doing anything.
Yeah, so I slam on the intercom and I begin to taunt. Woohoo, Charlie, we got you.
Okay, so you're still picking on Charlie?
Yeah, well, that's just what yeah, I guess. And that is, again, a bluff check. I got 18.
Yeah. Wait, was the DC 19 or was it? What is your DC for that?
that would be 17.
Okay, you got it.
The 19 was for when he did fire at will, or demanded fire at will.
Thank you. All right, and that's is that another -2 to all their ish during gunnery?
It is -2 for
During your select
3 rounds.
to a selected phase.
Yeah, for gunnery.
Cool.
All right. Charlie just pings back. Shut up. He chimes in again. This is Water Draco S1 to Water Draco S2. We need to get these guys this time. We cannot just crash them. Right. That's gonna there. So Brawl, it's your shot.
All right, let's see if I can done make the shot. I don't know why I'm talking like that.
I
But
don't know
Don't
why
forget to use the floating one.
Yep.
Yeah.
17.
Nailed it. You are using an AC targeting weapon, correct? Not a target lock?
Correct.
Yeah, you hit it.
Nice.
No,
All right.
he no longer has that bonus, does he?
Correct.
Okay.
His bonus is a one-time thing.
Okay. Man, I only get to use that one time during combat for any specific.
Hey, we needed it that one time.
I know.
It worked.
And then let's go damage.
Ooh.
Oh,
Nine
and
more
remember,
damage.
Oh,
10.
that
That's
one's a
actually
2.
10.
Oh,
Yep.
yep.
Yeah.
10.
So that's 10 damage, and that's going to be to his left side. I don't know
Oh.
what side that is.
Port.
It's still port.
Yeah.
Still port. All right. Well, before he took damage to the
Stort.
front, but for
And
the
I
port,
remember. So that's 7 to his hull.
that's actually 8 to his hull because his port is only 2.
Oh yeah,
You
no, I
guys-
was looking at the 9, even though we just went over that.
Yeah. So that's 8 more damage to his hull. That's actually dropping his. I probably check his HP. There we go. He's fine. But that does give me a critical damage. Actually, that gives
Gotta
me
get the
two
engines.
critical damage. So what do I need to do for critical damage?
I
So
don't know. Ask the DM.
No,
So
I asked my combat rules person.
I'll just read it off here. Starship systems can take critical damage, causing them to become less functional and eventually stop working altogether. Critical damage is scored whenever a gunnery check results in natural 20 on the die and damage is dealt to the target ship's hull. Critical range is expanded. We'll skip that. Critical damage, you know what? Critical damage effect. Here we go.
Thank you.
Ah.
Well, hold on, wait. Critical damage is also scored whenever the target starship hull takes damage that exceeds the critical threshold.
It's
So,
happened
yeah.
twice. Yeah, you
that's
just did it twice.
That's what you got to do now.
Then when critical damage is scored, the attacking PC should roll on the table below randomly to determine which of the target starship's key systems is hit. That system gains a critical damage condition, see below,
Which
with
in
the
this
effect
case
listed on the table.
Engines.
No, he
so-
did not.
I was
successfully
not
target
able
it.
to target.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I'm sorry.
So I guess I'm rolling a D100 here.
Yep.
Come on.
1.
13, which is
Sensors.
sensors.
Sensors. Great. Not using them. And what's the other critical damage?
Do another D%.
Yeah, you just need to roll another D100.
Oh,
You hit the critical threshold twice in this one attack.
30. So sensors again.
Sensors again. So the sensor, like little array on his shuttle, just blasts off into space and goes flying. I know that there's a specific thing when you hit something twice.
So yeah, it says apply its critical damage to the next system down on the chart. If you reach the bottom of the chart, deal damage to one.
No, I think that's actually there's a couple.
Yeah,
of
so it goes glitching,
critical.
malfunctioning, wrecked. So he's at malfunctioning.
I'm gonna say you blew it off of his ship for flavor because he's not using it for combat anyways.
Okay.
However, there is when you hit something twice, it's good. You want to keep hitting the same system. Spreading critical damage across actually kind of stinks because glitching isn't actually that bad. However, I'm okay with the
Glitching, they take a -2 to it.
Yeah, but they're not using this particular one. So that's okay. His sensors go away, and that is it for the gunnery phase. So we are back to
What
engineering.
about their gun? Oh, did they miss theirs?
And if you look at them in the map, their forward-facing guns are not looking at you because Zero pulled an expert maneuver there.
I need glasses. Way to make fun of the disabled.
Yeah, good times. Keep going. Miller, what are you doing for engineering?
Gonna divert power again. 23, we're good. To the guns.
Okay. You notice the shields flicker back to life on Charlie's port side. And they are good for engineering as well. So now we're going to go to the helm phase. I need a piloting check.
22.
That's good because they rolled a 2 and a 4. So Charlie's going to go, then Water Draco. And what is that?
I'm
There's
going
a-
to interject,
Yes, please.
and I'm going to use my. I'm going to target before any movement is done,
Okay.
or before the checks are made. I guess. Can
Technically, you
that
should be doing it
happen?
before we roll, but we don't really give you
Okay.
much time. So
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what I wanted
no.
to do.
that's
I
my bad
want
a little
to-
bit. I'll check with you from now on.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter because it. Yeah, I guess that doesn't really matter.
You kind
you
of
gotta
want to let me know which person you're targeting
Yeah.
for movement purposes.
Never mind. Keep going.
Keep going. Let him move.
Yeah, because it's not gonna do anything until we shoot them anyways.
Michael, help me out here. What's the move that lets them turn around?
Flip and burn.
Flip
Yeah,
and burn. Okay, what's the check for that?
It is a 15 plus 2 times your ship's tier, so you gotta beat a 17.
And how does it affect my speed at all?
Half speed.
Half speed?
Yep.
All right, Charlie's not going to bother doing that. Charlie is Charlie, what are you doing? Figure out your life.
If you fail, you have to move forward at half speed, but doesn't
One.
rotate.
Did he pass the check?
He's not doing it.
Oh,
Actually, you know what? We'll do 2,
3,
3.
4.
I moved him back.
So I
4.
think I'm not really sure how
Five,
you.
that's 5.
Oh yeah, I'm doing that wrong. I'm sorry.
You can only turn it one increment each time you
4.
move, regardless. I think. Of
Yeah,
your
I am only moving
ability.
at 1. I keep missing the half, but they have perfect turning, so they are able to. He's doing fine.
So that's 5.
Yeah,
Well,
5
you-
is 5 is where he's going to end that.
Is
Right?
that
did I go
facing the right? Are you facing the right way? Is my question.
Yeah. Yep. I tried turning him around. He had to move a little bit of a loop to do because he's got perfect maneuverability. It's just a matter of I can't turn on the dime or I'm trying to target. And his homeboy is going to try that flip and burn. He actually nails it. Perfect. And that is half of his speed. So that's just going to be 1, 2, 3. And he's now facing you guys. Or turned around, anyways. So where are you heading, Zero?
I am going to evade.
Sure.
Nat 20, so 31. So
You've evaded.
succeeded. And I'm going to fly. 1, 2, 3. Then turn. Then 1, 2, 3.
I'm going to say that's probably out of both of their arcs again.
But are they also out of our arc?
No, we have
No,
turrets.
you guys have turrets. Turrets don't care.
Oh, yeah.
Turrets are the way better weapons to have. These guys are just little dinky fighters. They're not equipped for that kind of stuff.
Hey, bro, get ready. I'm going to encourage the spoop out of you.
And then Seeker, what are you doing?
Which one do we want to target? Do we want to just keep on attacking Charlie, who's already hurt?
Yeah.
Try kill him?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then I am going to. And what was his? We hit his life support.
No,
last
it's
time, right?
sensors.
Sensors.
Oh,
It's
sensors. Okay, and they're totally gone.
Yeah.
All right, so engines this time again. So it's plus 13 because nobody
Wait.
else used the +1, right?
Correct.
Nope.
24.
You got it. Now you're targeting Charlie's engines. So any critical damage will be applied directly to the engines. That's how that works, correct?
Yep.
Perfect.
And there's a. We also score a critical hit on a natural roll of 19 or 20.
Oh, right, because there are 2 ways to get crits in Starship
Yep.
Combat. I forgot. 8 plus 6. Actually, let's do this the other way. What is his... I'm trying to make sure that I track their health separately because I have to be a little bit more cautious. It's not just a straight-up track. I also have to track in increments of their critical threshold.
And the shields on 4 different locations.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the shields I don't mind. The shields are easy to track. That doesn't make any sense. I did something terribly wrong. That's fine. I'll worry about that later. So we are now into the gunnery phase. Rye, what are you doing?
Nick, what check do you use when you fire? Is it
it's just like a gunnery check. That's what it's called, gunnery check.
Nick, do you have more piloting skill than you do dexterity?
Well, that's why I asked earlier. So I only have one rank in piloting, but I got 3 from the class bonus and then 1 ability mod.
But I think it was
'Cause
only looking for ranks.
Can't you
That
choose which one you want to use?
Yes, but his piloting rank is worse.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Eek.
My base attack bonus is 2, which is that +2 in my roll.
Mhm.
Then my +1 is my dex mod.
Yeah, he's a full base attack bonus
Yeah.
class, so
Yeah.
that'd be it every time.
It will get better. It's just for early stuff, he kind of stinks at his job.
Yep.
He needs a lot
Well,
of support
that's
from
why
the
he was
captain.
like, what do I do?
No, that's fair. You actually don't shoot first. Everyone else does. However, they're shooting at nothing, so it's your shot.
Okay, so before he does that, I get to encourage. You can encourage another player, blah, blah, blah. Works like aid another, granting a +2. I have to succeed a DC check at
DC
10 using the same skill. So what are your... Alternatively, you can grant the same bonus by succeeding at a diplomacy check at DC 15 plus the starship's tier, which is 2, so 17.
Yeah.
Right. And that's
Below
using
17.
well,
So that's probably why that's there. You probably have to use that for gunnery checks.
I'm gonna do that. So I just I hit the thing and I'm like, Brawl, that's good. Do more of that. You'll definitely keep your fur if you keep that up. Hell, I might even have got sob or not sob braided for you.
Have you got sub? I got sub.
So I failed that. So you hate the idea of the braids.
Yeah, the braids do not go over well. Brawl, make your attack roll. I'm assuming you're attacking Charlie still.
They were never my style anyway. Ah! That's what he says when he shoots. And that is do I get the floating one this time?
Yeah.
Yep.
16.
Hit.
Ooh.
Nice. You just got to yell at them and then we'll go through. Oh, 12
Ooh.
damage.
Woof.
Woo!
I believe that's his starboard side now you're shooting at.
Nope.
Yes. No.
No, he's
Starboard, yeah.
Starboard. Yeah.
Oh yeah, starboard.
Stored.
this
Uh,
one's Charlie, isn't it?
Oh, you're right. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh, is that
I
Charlie?
was looking at. Yep,
That's what I thought,
we all
too.
did the same thing.
Which,
All right, so yeah, you are hitting his
I
port
had it
side
right.
again. Not that really matters because his shields are back up.
And
But
we're going for the engines.
You do take out 2 shields, so that's still 10 damage sailing clean through, which does do another critical damage to his engines, which are now glitching.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a pretty solid hit.
That is power core.
No, you don't
No.
need to.
So because Justin targeted, we don't have to do that. He targeted.
Oh, gotcha.
Damn, it takes a long
Okay.
time to get to destroy planes.
As it
Planes.
should,
Planes,
because if
yeah.
that didn't work out, you guys could be TPK'd really easily.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys do have to work them down a little bit. And I also gave this a little bit of a different encounter. I probably should have just thrown one at you for the first time, but you guys are only really dealing with one anyway, so it's not like it matters.
I feel like we're not fighting any at the moment.
Shut up. Shut up. We are back at engineering, and Charlie at this point is just cursing over open.
All right. I mean, Miller's just kind of yawning. He's like, "Oh, more power to the guns again." All right.
And before they take their turn, I'm gonna take an action here.
Okay.
Yep. So yeah, ones are twos now.
Alright, so-
Charlie's shields pop back up.
No. Before they take their turn, I get to. I'm gonna do. Or at least if I can, I'd like
Yeah.
to.
No, you can act. You can act whenever. I wasn't. Sorry. Keep going.
Yeah. So I'm gonna taunt during the engineering. So he takes, if I succeed, negatives during the engineering phase.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
So they would take negatives during gunnery and also engineering.
Yeah, gunnery
So-
for another 2 rounds, and yep, I'm with you.
So I just poop, hit the button and say,
Not the appropriate place to poop, but fine.
I said boop. Maybe I
sure, yeah, whatever you
just
said.
poop. So Charlie not looking so good. You sure you don't want to bail this one out? Don't worry
You son
about
of a bitch!
Okay, you still want that pizza delivery coming up. And
Oh, damn.
so I do another I believe I was doing bluff checks.
Yeah, you've been bluffing.
Yeah. Nat 20 again.
How many rounds? How many
Uh,
rounds is he not? Oh, Christ.
Roll 1d4. 2 rounds, he is taking -2. Unless he's pushing, he's taking -4 during the engineering rounds.
No, you actually did stop his engineering check, so thank you for interrupting me again. He
Not
had
bad.
it exactly, and you pushed him down. So as he's trying to get his shields back up, they flicker to life, and they actually fade back to nothingness. He was not able to get his port side shields back up. The Water Draco S2's guns are still heating up, though. They're ready to go if he can shoot at anything. He's doing really great with his checks. He's just not getting them well. That's fine. Science officer, you doing anything before movement?
Sure, why not? Seeker hears this going on and says, let's just kick him while he's down, shall we? And targets the shields.
I mean, the shields are already not doing well, but okay.
18. Yeah, but so they can't even get him up.
Yeah, you've targeted him. You're gonna give him shield dysfunction. That's fine. For that, yeah, shields are targeted. That's totally fine. What does glitching do to my engines, by the way?
It's a -2 penalty.
Checks. Okay, that's fine.
So Charlie's just -2.
A lot of
wants to do.
minuses.
All right, now let's give us a piloting checks, please. 0. No minuses there. He just can't roll. They both rolled 12s.
16.
What is their bonus? Their bonus is actually really high. Is this the piloting bonus?
It's like whatever your skill to piloting is.
All right, yeah, they actually do go last. They have a +13, which is a little bit more than yours. Yeah, so they actually will be going after you, so you get to move first this time.
All right.
It's the first time they've rolled over 5 in a while, so it's great.
I'm going to evade again.
Yeah, that's fair.
And 22. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that'll be where I end.
Okay, that's where you're going?
Yep.
All right, Water Draco, who is not feeling any negatives, is going to try that flip and burn again. He rolls it exactly again. I'm not complaining about this. He doesn't have to move his full 3, though, right? He can move 1 and then do it. Let me know. If not, I'll adjust him, but I think he's okay there.
Moves.
So he's got half movement, so he does
The ship
spin
moves
around.
forward up to half its speed.
Up to.
No turning. No. Yeah. And then rotates.
Okay, yeah, so I'll move 1 and then rotate. Done. For Charlie's just going to come on in as his ship's like sputtering out the engine. His sensor array is gone, and he's just like quietly sobbing over the comms. This was so much easier last time.
Why do they keep saying that?
2, 3.
Yeah, I was gonna quickly in between just speak to Rex. Rex, these don't happen to look familiar to you, do they?
What's his attitude? Oh, actually, it hasn't been a day, or hasn't been a full day yet, so his attitude's the same. Yeah, boss, they actually look like 2 of the 3 ships that attacked us. They're kind of dicks.
Thought so. How wonderful.
All right, that is their helm. They've got no sciencey stuff. You've done your sciencey stuff, so we're in the gunnery phase. Brawl, you will be shooting first this time.
Anything from our captain?
He's already done his thing.
Okay, cool.
Hey, I
So-
helped you.
Being happy that I got such an amazing hit last time, I'm going to try to punch a few more bullets into their ships.
You should have said
Ship
punch a few
kidneys?
holes into their ships.
There shouldn't.
20. No, so what I do is I hold the bullet, I throw it up, and then I punch it.
We're now
I could
effectively
just
Dragon Ball
picture-
Z with spaceships. It's
I
fine.
can just picture a rabid but ecstatic Isoki on the outside, just using his tail to cling onto the ship as he's punching loving bullets.
Well,
That
apparently
is
it's
how we
working.
are doing it now.
Because that's a hit.
And then that's going to be 11. Oh, wait. 12. Yep. 12 because power was diverted back to me.
All right, his front shields were never fixed fully, so
I
that
wonder why.
obliterates them again. So he's now that's 10 more coming through. So that puts it at he's just one away from a second critical threshold. You do hit his critical though, so his shields are now glitching. And that is he's sustained. I need to update that. Oh goodness.
What does that actually do to shields?
I have no idea. It's a -2 to my checks to divert, I assume, maybe. If I try to divert, maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not worried about it. Either way, he's like that shot like punctures a hole in his cockpit, which seals up immediately. But there is now you actually see like before it did a little bit of blood started spurting out into it. It looks like you've actually hit him as well. And the ship it's still functional. But it is like sputtering, stalling, stopping, and apparently you've injured the crew.
How's that one, lead
they
actor?
Are, not doing well, and they do get shots back at you. So I'm gonna have them both take them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So they're
Charlie
still taking
gets a -2.
Yep, Charlie's still taking -2, but they are in range for both. That's gonna be is 12 hit your AC?
Nope.
Charlie misses because of Patrick's taunting. Oh, and the other one just completely misses. And Charlie comes over the open comms, because he's just frantic, and he says, "Water Draco S1 to Water Draco S2, get out of here with the prisoner. Don't get caught." And we're done with gunnery and back to engineering.
At this point here, Miller is kind of like bouncing a ball bouncing a ball off the wall.
That would be impressive if you were bouncing.
Anytime he misses it, not sub just kind of runs, picks it up, grabs it to it, and brings it to him. Divert to. Actually, that might fail. Nope, never mind. It didn't.
I think it's a direct. No, I think you need a 14.
Oh no!
Right?
Oh no!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, no. I guess I can't fail. No, I can't if I got a 1. If I can only fail if I got a 1.
Yeah, but you can use the +1.
I could.
Charlie's front shields pop back up a little bit, and the other ship's engines start to burn brightly. Moving into the unless Rye jumps in, we're moving into the helm phase. And Justin, are you doing anything?
Yes. Actually, I want to target the engines on the other one, the one that was just told to get away with the prisoner.
Okay, sure. Yeah, that's the Water Draco S2.
And over the comms, they have a prisoner that they're trying to escape with. Maybe we should attack that one. Yeah. So, wait, what did you say?
The captain is busy thinking of his next taunt.
To interject real quick, Chris, you're using divert.
Yes.
Isn't the DC 10 plus 2 times your starship's tier? So shouldn't
Right.
it be 4, not 2?
Yeah.
You right now you have it at a plus 12 or
Yeah, that's
yeah,
my
plus 12.
engineering check.
Rolled in that one.
The
That's my
DC is
engineer. Yeah, the DC is 10 times 2 times 10 plus 2 times tier, so 14. That's the DC I have to beat, but I have to do an engineering check, which my engineer bonus is plus 12.
Actually, we can use resolve points, right?
I don't think we have enough ranks in any of our skills to use them for
Yeah.
anything.
Okay. Well, yeah, I did not do it, so. I did use
Okay.
one of the plus ones.
Moving into the gunnery phase.
Piloting.
Oh wait, I
Oh,
thought.
I'm sorry, the pilot. Sorry. I skipped moving.
Okay. So when when Charlie reached out to
Water Draco.
Water Draco number, did he say leave with the prisoners, or was I can't suppose I can do a sense motive because ships.
He
Did
was
that
telling the other shuttle to escape with a prisoner.
And I did
Okay.
see that it had 2 people on it.
No, you scanned Charlie's ship. Charlie's ship has 2 people on it.
Oh.
I got a 19.
Okay, so so I was going to bel- uh,
Yeah.
Really?
we're in the helm phase now, right? We're going into it.
Well, we've been into it because Justin did his thing, but you can still you can still interject for piloting.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna attempt to taunt the other one in during the helm phase to interrupt his movement points. So I get over the intercom. I just, hey, Water Draco number 1 or number 2, whichever one you are. Do you mind just holding on a minute while we finish up with your friend Charlie here, and then we'll get back over to you. Just stay put. And I hit bluff.
Yikes.
Not so good.
He is not improved. As a reply, I'm not really much of a fan of Charlie, anyways. Kind of a jerk boss. Good luck, boss.
And that was
Charlie opens fire.
And now,
Does Charlie
now
hear this?
yeah, Charlie totally hears it. Charlie's too busy not dying, and he's doing poorly at that, so I don't think he's going to worry about it. So I will say that when a ship is destroyed or its health is brought down to 0, it's not actually destroyed; it's disabled, which is important to note. You rolled way better than either of them. 0, so you will be going last. They get to move first, which is the more amenable position. Charlie he can't do anything because you're just gonna kill him. He's gonna go.
I thought you said we were entering the gunnery phase.
I lied.
He was wrong.
Okay.
He
I was wrong.
almost skipped a phase.
Shocker, I'm wrong.
We've grown used to it.
3.
I feel like you just
4,
turned 2. Can't you only turn
5.
one thing per move?
I did only move
Good.
1. It's because of the way the hex works. Is that when I move 1, it's not actually a full turn. So no, I've just counted it. If you want to count the sides of the square, he was facing one way, and now he's facing X number the other way. He's fine. The Water Draco S2 is going to go 1, turn 1 on the hex, go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. So the enemy ships have both turned tail to run and have gone in 2 different directions. Charlie has done a bit of like almost like a U and is trying to get back to Pyramid Station Alpha, which is not where they came from. It's where you came from. And the other shuttle is trying to get away and past you guys.
It's the other shuttle that had the prisoner. Yes.
Correct.
That could have been a bluff too.
Correct.
Could have.
All right.
At least if we get Charlie, we can find out more information.
So
I don't think you just saw how long that took to get Charlie, and he's still not gone. Yeah, that other ship's leaving.
Well, I mean,
we could.
Dustin said, this is big. If he gets off the map, he's only going to be at the bottom because we're still in combat.
Yeah, there's nothing preventing you guys from getting them. I will say, though, that if it turns into a pure chase, what's your speed?
Speed is
6.
average, so 6.
6. And I could bump it too.
They can bump it as well. It would be like a straight up chase for a while. I would say after a certain point, you guys would be like entering dangerous territory.
Yeah,
Well,
so
we could gun them down because we have turrets. They can't fire at us.
the captain.
It would be a while. Basically, we turn it into a number of turns. How long it takes?
Yeah,
Well, if we manage to destroy their engines quickly enough.
it doesn't really matter because me as captain be relatively uninterested right now in saving prisoners that I don't know, whereas I would be interested in getting information from the guy who's been taunting us and we're about to wreck. That information to me as a selfish person not looking for more combat is more important than maybe prisoners. Besides, we can always catch up later.
That's not
Seeker agrees that is probably logical, but knows that Zero will probably not want to go with us.
It is Zero's move, but you are being kind of oriented towards Charlie at the moment. from your captain.
I'm not demanding anything, but
I technically have no reason to care either one way or the other.
I thought you were
That's
all
fair.
about liberating.
Yeah, but he's
Androids.
not. I wouldn't ever say he's an idealist to the point where you say something and that's law. He's always done his research.
Well, it depends on Zero. Not
And
you.
besides, what if we're liberating like a complete douchebag?
yeah, what if we get there and Janar's like, thanks.
Prisoner
Or-
very big. Touche.
It's actually Dranar's father again.
Yeah.
Turns out I'm a twin.
All right.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't at all.
Well, that's just silly. Why would I say that?
Alright. So
Go after Charlie.
Well, no, I'm still gonna see if I'm gonna try a maneuver check. That actually fails, so there's no negative, so it doesn't matter. So,
what were you trying to do?
it reduces the amount of spaces I have to move before turning.
So you're still at 2.
Three, 4.
5 and then 6.
That works. I believe our science officer's already done his thing, correct?
I've also already done my thing.
And for the gunnery phase, my guys don't get anything because they've got no rear-facing weapons. So, what was that?
Cheshire Cat.
It was apparently the gun
Misfiring.
firing and then missing.
No.
Right.
That was Brawl firing but going.
Yeah.
Making the actual noises. You're like
You're,
a little kid playing a video game, making the noises and jumping around every time you jump.
Brawl. Before we continue,
I'm leaning into it.
before we continue, you hear over the intercom, "Hey Miller."
Hold on, let me get my ball. What's up?
How steady are not Sob's hands?
What's up? How you feeling today, buddy? You're looking pretty good. Stop waving that thing around my face.
Maybe next time I'll bark the orders.
Put some pants on.
You just hear that won't happen, and then we move on.
we're back to engineering.
Actually, I do wonder if Rye would be a better shot than Brawl.
How good's your dex modifier?
I might actually
Nah.
jump into the gunner's
bad.
seat really quick.
Hey, Hush.
Yes.
Do we need to catch up to anybody? I can't really see back here.
We're pretty close, and we've hurt their engines. But if they manage to go for full burn, they probably can outmove us.
Do you want an extra bit of gas in the ass?
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
That sounds painful.
Before
Oh,
we
yeah.
start, I think I'm actually gonna join Brawl in the gunner's seat
Yeah.
Okay, so you sneak out of the science officer's chair and you grab
because
onto
there's
the
there's no reason for me to be in there right now.
So
we
I'm
don't
not
really
good
need to
enough,
target
huh?
Things.
No.
I'm here so we can shoot both our guns.
without any penalties.
Yeah.
Perfect. What did we just do? We just roll engineering, right?
Yep.
Charlie's shields pop back on. He was missing shields on his port side still. They're back, as crappy as they are. And the Water Draker S2 shuttle's engines are heating up. Clearly they've been boosted. So we're now at helm. We no longer have a science officer to worry about, so it is just piloting checks.
23.
23 moves after Water Draco. I'm sorry, moves before Water Draco, but after Charlie. So Charlie moves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, trying to head back towards Pistol. And it is up to you guys. Where are you moving?
My focus is on. Yeah, he already knows.
Yeah, he's got it.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Whoa. Better hope
Um,
he doesn't brake check you.
There's going to be a
for
top
the
shit.
future, I'm actually going to skip the movement phase unless you guys try to do something weird. You guys are going to stay in this position until you can shoot them down. So we can pretty much skip helm entirely until you take it down. The only trick is if you guys kill it too much, basically. Does that make sense?
Chip.
So Water Draco S2 does disappear from your screen while you're doing this, though, because it does get way far away at that point. So we are now in the gunnery phase, and I think we're just going to keep repeating the gunnery phase because they gunnery and engineering, I guess. Not that it's really going to matter.
So I am. Oh, go ahead.
No, you can hop in at any phase, Pat.
Yeah. So during the all right. So just for clarification, that fire at will, which is the two
Yes.
gun thing, are each one of them manning one gun, or they both have that option?
No, they're each manning one gun.
Right.
So fire at will is no longer an option.
Correct.
It's not needed.
It's not needed. Okay.
No, it cannot be used because you could only fire the weapon once in a round.
Okay. So then the gunnery check is what? It's just a D20 plus your dex?
It's a D20 plus the piloting skill or base attack bonus and plus dex. And then whatever bonuses from computers and officers.
Okay. So just want to make sure I do this right because my piloting is probably better than yours.
Are you attacking too?
No,
Oh.
I'm the captain. I'm not getting my hands dirty. I'm getting my hands dirty. Okay, so I'm going to beat the
Encourage?
boops. No.
You can give them +2, or you can give one of them +2. It looks like Brawl needs it.
Yeah. So
It's just a Diplo of 17.
So so I'm gonna beep the boops and I say, hey, Brawl, buddy, you doing okay. Seeker might show you up, but that's okay. If he disables the system, let it go. We'll climb aboard and you'll get to take something from the ship. How's that sound?
Lovely. Let me
Good.
do my job.
Stop talking to me.
All right, so I'm gonna try my diplomacy, I believe is what it was.
Yeah.
Yep. Nailed it.
Yeah, so you get a +2 on your fire, not fire at will, the shoot.
The gunnery check.
Shoot, yeah, that one.
So I can if you guys can both make your gunnery checks now.
Sure.
Yeah,
When-
so-
which one
Wait,
are you
Wait,
shooting?
aside, what? No.
Which one did you shoot, Brawl?
Probably the flak because he's been liking that one first.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then I'll shoot the other one. So this is a
Nick, why are you so upset?
+3 +1. So this is just +4, right? Gonna
Add the
recheck.
extra one if you haven't done it.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
just saying. That's my other +1 I have there. I just want to make sure I got everything. So yeah, +3
There's no other bonuses floating around, right?
Nope.
It wouldn't really help you if they were.
Oh,
Nope.
you rolled like crap.
Yeah.
That's why his face was awful.
What about my face?
It's awful.
14.
It's gotta be
I didn't do
clean
much
shaven.
better.
You hit.
Oh, I hit.
AC is 14.
Nice.
Wait,
Huh?
14. What is the AC?
AC is 14.
Oh, yeah.
And
right.
oh, then Brawl was like one.
And
away.
what's our thing?
It's 44.
44.
Yeah.
9. Did you give
Nope,
us
10.
extra? Okay.
Oh nope.
You
It
did?
is 9 because I gave the speed boost.
Aw.
So it destroys his 3 shields, his rear shields. It does get another critical hit, and it destroys his HP of 1. So your shot right into his aft does cause something to erupt. Please roll a critical damage.
What do I?
1d100.
Just roll a D100.
Oh,
and
okay, yeah. Oh, there's not a 1d100 on this, huh? Okay, never mind. 1d100.
As this happens,
Sensors again.
Well, what's under sensors? Because now the
Weapons.
sensors are gone. Weapons? Yeah, it's fine. But bro, what were you saying?
as this happens, I kind of so I'm gonna have an aside with Seeger here, be like, so I fired that one, okay? We're not gonna let him know. The one who made-
Well,
You hear
it's-
over the speaker, "Yeehaw! Good job, Seeky baby."
Oh, don't worry, bro. I mean, I'm not too proud of it myself. I mean, using guns is a bit. It's not as fun as magic, really.
You
I'd
hear
rather
over
use
the intercom,
these.
"Boy, that was fun."
Charlie's ship is now streaming out smoke. All external power is dead, and they are floating into space. Now their internal systems are fine. They still have like life support because you guys didn't damage that. But their weapons are powered down. There's no power to their engines. They are effectively dead. They're moving at half of their speed forward because that's where they were going. To speed that along, you guys can pull up alongside that just fine. I don't think there's actually docking
Can we breach?
in Starfinder the way that you guys are talking. You guys could potentially.
I mean, you can actually board a ship. It's just I don't know if we can because I don't know if we have the.
I don't think you could
stuff
board
for
their
it.
ship either, but I'm gonna allow you guys to say
Ignoring
that
that docking joke.
you could ramshackle something if you had to. Where you guys are flying parallel, you have spacesuits equipped, and you guys could, if you had to, traverse. And I'm just gonna let you guys know that inside there are two individuals. There is Charlie and a sullen android who refuses to give his name when asked. He's just sitting in the corner with his arms crossed. He's got a bandage, like a makeshift done from where he got wounded from the attacks.
So we already have boarded.
Yeah, I'm saying you guys did something kind of ramshackle, and you guys kind of went through. They're not attacking you. They clearly have no other alternative here. Their ship is not big enough to man some sort of assault or defense. You guys are just there. It's a little fighter, basically, and you guys have them overpowered. So you guys have Charlie, a human in a pilot suit, at your leisure, and the inside of the ship looks pretty. Unprofessional is probably how I'd phrase it. It's very much an assortment of junk, and it's messy. These guys are not military elites or anything like that.
Okay, so I just look at Charlie and go, "Yeehaw!" Huh?
Sounded good at the time.
Sounds good now. I think I'll do it from now on. Like just channel a little bit of Charlie. Yeehaw, we got him.
You guys are gonna kill us. Just do it. I don't want to hear the yammering.
I'm gonna roll like an intimidate, be like, ah, and then.
Why did you not promise pizza?
Roll the intimidate, bro.
18.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with it. He like cowers. He recoils. He's like, all right, please don't kill us. We will do whatever you need.
Okay, so I'm going to attempt.
I'm going to immediately ask that they surrender their weapons
Miller's
if they haven't
walking
already.
through their spook to see if they have anything. Like
You
he's
gonna what?
actively
He's rifling through their ship. I will say that it's too small for all of you to get in here. You guys would be like sardines.
Okay, I would have brought myself.
Yep.
As
There's
the
probably room
fighting.
for one more, honestly.
Just one?
You said you would bring me.
It's true.
I did.
Yeah,
I mean, he is
so
the
it's a
muscle.
3-man ship. There's only 2 crew members, and you're bringing on 2 more. Now, I'd probably let Miller.
I'm smaller
and-
size.
I'd probably let Miller and Brawl both sneak in,
Cool.
Okay.
and everyone else can be over the comms. That's fine. But in terms of physicality, we're looking at looks like Rye and the Rat Folk.
Okay. So before there's a flashback.
I love that band, Ryan the Rat Folk.
Stop interrupting Patrick. I'm never saying that again.
There's a flashback to before this. I'm like, okay, guys, tight quarters. You two will be able to come on with me. So go ahead, Miller. I know you like shiny things. I did promise Brawl he gets to take something from the ship. He gets first dibs. Okay, Brawl, deal's a deal. And I guess you get to keep your fur, but we're gonna trim it.
I don't think so. I'd like to see you try.
It's gonna happen. So, and then on the intercom, I say over to Charlie before we get on there. Yeah, I know it's normally 30 minutes or it's free, but I don't feel like joking anymore. We're just coming in, and then fast forward back to where we are. So, so Charlie, now that you're here, I think that's enough action for a day. I don't personally want to engage in any more violence. My buddy Brawl here, Brawl, he sometimes, he's hard to handle, but me, you don't have to worry. We can just discuss things. I'm attempting a diplomacy check.
I will say he's already willing to capitulate to whatever your demands are.
I don't, as a player, you've said that. As a character,
Well, no, I mean like actively. He said this in character.
You don't have to roll.
He was intimidated from Brawl.
Okay.
He is already capitulated.
Oh, sure. His intimidate.
Mr. Steal Your Job.
The
I
guy's
gave
nice.
specific reasons as to why it worked.
So now I have a few questions for you. One, you said you were hired. By whom?
Well, the new boss of the gang put a contract out that whomever gets you guys gets promoted.
What
I was
gang?
gonna get
Who's the
I was
boss?
gonna get me my own ship.
This isn't your ship.
It's a shuttle, you halfwit.
Who's your boss?
You thought this was a ship? So I go back to Charlie. So when you say you guys and you point to us, who do you think you guys are?
I misspoke. It's the ship. We don't care about who you are. I actually thought we got all the crew last time.
Ah, there we go. Understand. Who is new boss?
You know, we don't really ask too many questions in the gang. So we're just supposed to
Do I
call
have to spook you
What
again?
gang is it?
the Ouroboros gang. And the only name we got was Sal.
Sal, huh?
Don't you know a Sal?
I don't know a Sal.
Not you.
Oh, I mean, I know a Sal, but there's plenty of guys named Sal out there.
I don't think it's a guy.
Ah,
Furthermore, you did mention something that just kind of got in here. Prisoners on the other loyal to you ship, or sorry, thing. I forget the term that you used already. Shuttle.
Shuttle. Well, I mean, he's like, look, a shuttle is a ship. It's fine. It's just this is a part of a bigger ship. You see, we're a shuttle for the bigger ship, the Water Draco. You get? It's fine.
So Water Draco 1 and Water Draco 2 report back to Water Draco. You guys are great. Real original.
How do you name your shuttle?
Indecision.
We don't.
You don't have one. Right. Whatever. Prisoners. Yeah, we. The last time we shot that lovely ship down is just into your ship. We captured a couple of the crew who had abandoned ship in space. Don't know why they thought that was going to get them away, but caught them in their escape pods, and we've been using them to help us find the ship. Said that you guys had given it a paint job, but that's it. They identified you.
Wait, who did? I'm sorry.
Our prisoner.
Uh-huh.
Otherwise, how would we know what the ship looks like? It's weird looking.
Who's a prisoner?
What was the detective's name?
Detective name was C.
I was gonna pipe in over the intercoms. What was his name?
So, to clarify, he's saying that the prisoner is from the ship itself that you guys are in, the first crew of the ship.
Gotcha.
This would have happened while Rye and Seeker were actively with C.
Okay.
So this is basically he's talking about pre-episode 1 when the ship, or I guess in the middle of episode 1.
Okay, so we don't know who the prisoner is
down.
personally. They were just.
So even if he said a name, which he does not know, he doesn't care. It wouldn't affect you guys at all. He doesn't know a name though. He just says, "I don't know. It's above my pay grade."
So while
What do they look like?
I don't know, sciencey type, lab coat and everything, which is awful, by the way.
I'm gonna ask.
Race? Hello? Boy, girl?
I wasn't checking in between their legs, dude.
Ask if they were wearing the what was it, the Blue Star logo for whatever that ship company was.
Blue Sun.
You know what?
Whatever it is.
Yeah, yeah. I think one of them had a blue logo on something. That's right. The Blue Star Corporation. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, good call.
Sense motive,
Go for it.
14.
I'm gonna make an opposed roll. Who wins a tie?
Not me.
Roll again.
You're not sure if he's telling the truth or not.
Okay. I believe sense motive.
You're probably right.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me just double check, make sure that I've got my thing coded right. Did I? Yeah. Okay. So while he's talking, I do a perception check to see if there's anything of value, like right away. I'm not obviously searching through things, but just.
No, Miller's doing that behind you.
Yeah, that's fine, but I'm also gonna do it. 10. I don't see jack.
You see a messy ship, like Dorito bags flying around. Oh, sorry,
Slightly
burrito. Yeah, not much. Miller, you notice you pick a couple of loose cred sticks up, but they're sum total. You get 100 credits probably through it all. And I will say, for you in particular, Miller, you've got two options. You can salvage enough loose tech from the ship to get a bulk's worth of tech, which you can use in crafting. Your deal. Or you can convert to UPBs.
No, I'm actually gonna get the scrap instead.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, so one bulk of tech for you is what you're able to pull out, and that's not useful to anyone else. Okay, so nothing else there. So what you guys have is there's an Ouroboros gang being run by somebody named Sal, gender uncertain, and yeah, and the prisoner seems to be the previous crew member or a previous crew member from the Indecision before it was named thusly.
Okay. Where were we headed?
Planet Revel.
We were playing. Okay.
Miller, actually. Inspect the ship and see if the ship is salvageable.
So I'm going to say straight up, because Starfinder doesn't have rules for it, we won't be salvaging ships.
Cool.
You guys can get parts from them, which we're going to consider how you guys are getting your ships repaired and upgraded. That's kind of like what you guys worked out with Archie. There is no credit conversion for ships because it would very quickly break the game.
Oh, yeah.
The way we're going to phrase it is that there is no legal way to sell ships. And on the illegal market, it would need to be a whole different deal. It would be basically for like services, and you would need to have a whole different setup for that. So based on this, for the single individual like party, there is no value in an actual ship itself, unless you guys decide to pilot it. That is a different beast. You guys can steal ships, but in terms of selling, it would be not kosher. Mostly because every ship has a unique transponder code, which is registered to an individual.
Okay.
And does Brawl take anything?
So,
yeah, bro, what would you want?
So I think he would be looking to blame. Before I clarify this, how are the guns actually controlled? Like, what is used to like make them?
This is like a really basic ship, and it's actually there's a pilot seat, and then there's like a gunner seat, and the gunner seat also happens to double for engineering. So it's basically like a joystick. It's a joystick with a button press, and that's it.
It's an Atari 2600 controller.
So the one we have is probably better.
Significantly so, yes.
All right, okay. Then he's going to look around in the first container-like thing he sees, like just like a box. He's going to grab that, give him a look, and then he's going to head back over to the other ship.
Like a little Isoki, like rat face, turned to the side, and just going to sneak off with the box.
Yep. Don't know what's in it. Didn't look.
So before he heads out, I'm like, hey, bro, we come together, we leave together. Just wait a minute. So I look at the console. Is there any like communication device back to, or that I would think would go back to Water Draco?
I'd say there's probably, well, this is probably something you really should have Seeker looking at. They probably have a pretty like obvious interface for their home ship because they are not independent shuttles. They don't actually have any drift drives or anything like that. So yeah, I'd say yeah, sure.
I can take a look too. I got.
Okay, so
I'm gonna give it to you guys. It's fine.
I just walk up to a console and I just point at it like, is this how you little emails, little text messages? I'm just gonna take care of it. You're number one. You're number one.
Water Draco.
Water Draco 1 to Water Draco 0. Prime? Is it Prime?
Just Water Draco. Here, he moves you out of the. He types it in for you.
and I push him back on. Water Draco 2, useless, turn tail and ran. The other ship, real good. That captain must be amazing. Went way of, hey, Miller, what's a planet you don't care that much for?
Why?
Went towards the planet Y. Click,
I don't
enter.
think that's a planet.
That's a weird planet.
I'm surrounded by half-wits.
And I say that, but I type in the name of just some planet in a different system.
Castroville.
I mean,
No,
you would be comfortable with
Yeah.
Castrovel, but
I would not be comfortable with Castrovel.
I would.
Well, you're not typing. You don't know how to read. So I go back to
we'll say that you say Eox. That's fine.
Okay,
Eox
Eox.
would be a weird place to go.
Yeah. Lucky to escape with life. Yeehaw. Going on vacation. And then I name the casino that we had mentioned before.
On the turn.
On the turn.
Spelled
Chow, but spelled Chow incorrectly for that. And I hit send. And then,
CHOW.
yeah, and then I say, hey, Miller,
Yeah,
could you disable this for me, like permanently?
probably. Let's see. Computers. 25.
I meant more like destroy it, but
Yeah, you reach under, you pull out
Hey.
the
What?
main
If you want to
vortex,
destroy, why not ask me?
and then you like use your Yosoki teeth and you just bite through it, and you're like, yeah, that's good.
so I
That's what I do with computers.
I turn back to Charlie and I go, this has been fun. Not gonna kill you. Not really my not really my thing.
Hey, hey, Brawl. Take out your
Yeah.
frustration on their weapons. Go for it. You deserve it, buddy.
I mean, the weapons are dead.
Are they?
Yeah, everything external is dead. They lost all power when you guys disabled their ship.
Oh, all right. I thought we were just going to send them off.
Wait, hold on, I got this. I
personal
put
weapons.
down the box very gingerly. Don't want to break whatever's inside there. And if there's anything inside there, then I run over to the weapons station. I just break off the joystick, throw it to the ground. Then I go back over and pick
High
up the
five.
box.
All right, so just for flavor purposes, pun may be intended. It wasn't. Is there like a food station or a kitchenette on the way out?
We'll say that there's like a little like cubicle space where they might have like a food machine. Sure, it's not meant for long time, but maybe it's like a little snack area they've got. You can tell.
Is there anything pizza looking?
No, unfortunately, I see where you're going with it, but this is a very small ship. It's not meant for long. They do not have pizza.
Is there any food at the ready?
Yeah, they've probably got snacks.
Oh wait! I've got this too. I've had this for a while. I pull out the box of Crunchy Crunch I picked up from earlier.
And you
Oh.
do what with it?
You got one?
Yeah,
You did.
No, this is in character. You got one?
yeah. You told me to get one. I got one. Didn't know this is what we were gonna use it for.
So I just pick up a random food item, call it an apple off of the counter, and as we're on our way out, I was like, I was lying about the pizza where we don't have pizza. and then I walk back to the ship.
Fair. Yeah, I'll allow that.
Okay, when seeing Rye do that, I guess I would open up the Crunchy Crunch and just
That's vintage.
Also
Oh.
mildly toxic.
Oh, oh, you can make so many crunchy crispies. treats.
You want some?
Yeah, of course.
All right. So as you guys are doing this and you're leaving, as you are like exactly leaving, Charlie kind of comes up to you, Rye, and says, "Any chance I could get you to throw a hail to pistol for us? Because if not, you are leaving us dead out here." Just shoot him a comm. Let him know a ship's coming.
I look on his person. Does he have anything of value at all?
He's probably got a pistol. Yeah, I mean, pistol's valuable if you want to go for that, unless you're looking for something specific.
I'm just looking for something that would either rub it in further, look good on my uniform that I don't have.
Does he have a patch or anything?
Like a patch or anything, #1 captain, anything.
You know what he probably has? He's probably got like an old style like fob watch. He thinks it makes him look respectable.
Okay, so I go, yeah, I could, ooh, and I just look at the watch, and if things go according to plan, the next scene would be me walking out, winding it up, shouting out to Seeker to hail pistol.
Okay, no, success. Done. Yep, you now have a like a little bit of a junky looking fob watch, but it's functional. And you leave them to drift off into space. You guys didn't get a lot of credits. That's not really what that's for, but you guys got some good crafting stuff. You got 100 credits for the party. I'll have to figure out what the experience is, but you successfully defeated both ships despite only disabling one.
Dustin, I've got a
yes.
question. What's in the box?
All right, I'm gonna roll the D4. High, something beneficial. Low, something cosmetic.
Okay.
I'll do it on Roll20. That's fine.
Yeah.
Roll 1d4. That's not how you roll. Let's try that again.
Flash.
There we go. Low. It is something cosmetic. You open it up, and it is actually their laundry, their dirty laundry. They didn't have a place to store that, so they put it in a box so they can wash it when they get onto the mothership later. So you found 2 full sets of casual clothing. And by casual, I mean we'll say it's probably like, we'll say just casual. I think casual is a rating there.
So Miller is carrying like a bunch of there's like a keyboard hanging over his shoulder. It looks at laundry day, bro.
The worst part is it's not even gonna fit him.
If you wanted to take a trophy, I would say you could probably fashion some sort of bandana out of like one of their like brighter colored
underwear.
Or like their hearts, like the heart underwear, like with the heart print. You could probably do something with that. But unfortunately, it wasn't something that they were using. It was just their laundry box.
Do the clothes match like gang colors or anything like that?
Yeah, I would say that they hit the standard colors. Not that the Ouroboros gang has like really standard colors, but there's probably a little bit more orange through them than normal.
So did you say that the clothes, they smell soiled? Like there's a smell to them?
Yeah, they're worn. They wore them for a while in the ship because they've been out on recon for a while. Like they have like a net going to catch you guys or the ship. So they're old.
I walk by I'm about to take a look at what he chose to keep as a prize for his good work, but I get that smell and I just go, oh, I thought we had talked. No, I guess we didn't talk about this. There's a shower brawl. There is a shower. Thank you.
I'm gonna fast forward one
Don't
second
worry,
forward.
I'll take care of it.
When you get back to your room, Brawl, and you kind of drop your box, you notice that there's actually a package left on there, and it's been there for before you guys entered combat. And it's actually a spare hygiene kit with a note on it. The note is actually in the shape of an R, like it's kind of like one of those weird, like lettered post-its almost. And it says, "To Brawl, for us, cheers, Reich."
That was one of my purchases when we leveled up to level 2. I deducted the 3 credits and everything.
Oh wow.
That's wonderful.
I did not actually factor that in when I did the dirty clothing, but that worked too good.
As you guys are coming back, Seeker just is like, really, Ouroboros, that the most cliched evil group name in the world, the universe, for real.
Rex chimes in. You're actually projecting that they're evil, friend. They
Well,
don't
they
necessarily
attacked us. I'm considering them evil to me.
For all I know, you're evil. It's fine.
He didn't say no.
I'm not.
I'm not.
I'm not.
As Rex trials off, you guys have how many days was it for?
4 days, I believe.
4
You're
days.
asking
You
me
guys
to
are
remember
traveling
Mhm.
into Planet Revel. We're gonna pick up next time because we are actually
I think we're
past
gonna have a
time.
roleplay episode.
We're gonna start with a roleplay episode of what you did for those 4 days, and then the second half of the episode will be like landing on Planet Revel. So be prepared and work with your partners if you guys if you guys are doing anything together. You guys have 4 days of things to accomplish while you're traveling in your ship. Sound good?
All right.
Cool.
Perfect. Thank you all for watching our first attempt at Starship Combat. It actually didn't go that bad. We'll get a little bit better with it as we get.
It started out a little rocky, but
Oh, I
once-
enjoyed that thoroughly.
yeah. Once we got a handle on
Me
the
too.
rules, I read through the rules like 80 times, but
I did not.
different once you actually do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, now that we know what we're doing, it's pretty straightforward.
The
I
checks
think,
aren't too bad. It's just that the fact that I have to do so many of them.
Yeah, and especially with all like the critical stuff, that a lot of that is GM flavor. So I guess you can, I guess constructive criticism, you can kind of do more for that or something. I don't know. We can talk about it later.
Sensor rate.
Talk about the after party.
Well, that's once we're in the after party, yeah.
Yep.
But no sensors. I have no idea how you'd role play that.
Yeah.
Are we now? In the
Yeah. I'll talk about that in the after party. Let's finish.
Let's get to the after party. For now, I just want to remember all our viewers, as our usual sign off is, don't split the party, guys.
Yeah, Patrick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Patrick.
Pat.
I don't think I did.